Welcome everyone. Tonight I'll be giving out my picks for Wednesday, January the 23rd for Draftkings and Fanduel NBA, as well as my two cash locks of the night. So without further ado, let's get into it. For guards on Draftkings, there's three guys that I have written down as my must plays. The first one is Terry Rozier. Kyrie Irving will be out tonight, and Rozier is a proven player. He proved that in the playoffs last year, and with his cheap price, I feel like any lineup without him on this night is at risk of not cashing. My second player is his teammate, and you'll notice the trend of Celtics coming through is Marcus Smart. Again, with Irvin out, Smart's a proven player who's guaranteed a few extra minutes tonight, and his usage rate actually doubles when Kyrie Irving is not on the court. So for my final guard pick tonight, it's going to be James Harden. Harden is on a huge run with no help, and he's just easy guaranteed points in this weak matchup against the Knicks. On top of that, you have the cap space for him tonight with several other cheap plays being available, such as Rozier and Smart as those guards. Now for forwards and centers, my first pick is Jason Tatum. Again, with Irving out in a high usage rate that he's guaranteed, Tatum is a player you don't want to miss. He's going to be the ball dominant player in the game tonight, and he's going to be guaranteed a few extra shots with Kyrie out. My next pick may come as a bit of a surprise, but that's the center, Ernest Cantor, for the Knicks. Tonight, Cantor's up against the Rockets, who have an extremely weakened and injury-prone defense. He can contribute easily given the minutes, and with this matchup having a defensive liability, his own defensive struggles aren't an issue, so they'll feel like they can play him more minutes. The main reason Cantor doesn't get the minutes for him to contribute is due to his lack of defense, and this is just a matchup where they're not going to need to stop any of the big men for the Rockets. My final pick then for the night is Okafor for filling in for Anthony Davis. Okafor is a great play on both DraftKings and FanDuel. He had a huge last game, and it looks like their coaches are going to be willing to give him quite a bit of minutes. I always like to think to play the hot hand, and Okafor right now has the hot hand. So for me, the cash lock today for DraftKings is going to be Jason Tatum. Tatum has a very, very high usage rate with Irving out, and in my opinion, he's not a 6K player. On DraftKings, he's currently listed as 6,000. I view him as a 7,000 to 8,000 type player tonight. He's guaranteed to get his shots up, and I think any lineup without Jason Tatum on DraftKings is a very risky lineup. Now going over to FanDuel, a lot of the guards that I mentioned on DraftKings are great guards, but these are some other guards that I found FanDuel specific that you should target. First off is for shooting guard, and that is Jaylen Brown. Brown is basically free tonight, 4,300, and it's the story of the night, play the Celtics, but with Brown being so cheap, I think he's almost just as good of a player as guys like Jason Tatum, Marcus Morris, but his price is so much lower. My next pick is Victor Oladipo. Oladipo is very, very cheap compared to what he's used to. Last year, if you remember, Oladipo was a 9K type player on this site, and he's went all the way down to 7,800. I think Oladipo is a star. I think they're going to continue to give him, let him run the offense, do his thing. I think he's got a great matchup, and I see no reason why you shouldn't consider playing him in your lineup. My final guard pick tonight for FanDuel is going to be Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn has an easy matchup against the Hawks, and he's guaranteed minutes. The Hawks are one of the worst defensive teams, and even if for whatever reason the Hawks or Bulls blow each other out, Dunn's going to be guaranteed minutes by his coach. So finally for forwards and centers, my one pick for forward is again another Celtic, and that's Daniel Theis. Theis on FanDuel is basically free at 3,600 and is 100 above the minimum. In my opinion, if you're looking to punt a guy, he's a great punt that can turn in a huge reward. My other play is Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got a great matchup, similar to Chris Dunn. He's assured plenty of minutes, and he should see little defense in what I think will be a shootout against the Hawks. So my final pick tonight is a center pick, and Okafor is a great pick, but the other guy that I'm looking at on FanDuel is Vucevic for the Orlando Magic. Vucevic is facing a very poor defense, and he's the center of a team that is desperate to win. The Magic want to win so bad. They're facing tonight the Nets, who are one of the worst teams in basketball. I think they're just going to continue to run the ball through Vucevic, and all projections make it seem like Vucevic, if you don't play Okafor, is the next best play. Finally, I'm going to give you my cash lock on FanDuel, and tonight that cash lock is going to be Jaylen Brown. Brown is just too skilled of a player to not play at a $4,300 salary. He should be an auto play with Kyrie Irving out, and even if Kyrie was playing, I would consider Jaylen Brown at this salary. Thanks again for watching this video. Hopefully these picks give you the same green screens that I'm going for tonight. And be sure to subscribe for daily fantasy videos from Play On DFS. Thank you.